So our next topic is what? Section 152. Section 152. Acha, this is the last topic of the day, section 152. Now this 152 deals with what? First directors. We learned about independent director, we learned about small shareholder director. Now we are talking about what? First director. Okay, now this first director, is it visible? Okay, first director. Now first director will be applicable in all companies. Of course it will be applicable in all companies. So applicable in all companies. Well, section 151 is applicable in listed company. Okay, so here what is this first director? What is the manner of appointment? The first director's name will be mentioned in the articles. First will be mentioned in the articles. If not mentioned in the articles, if the article is silent, then we will follow what? Regulation 60 table F. What we are following? This is a regulation, there is a table in company's law. We will follow this in order to appoint first director. So either the article will specify the name of the first director or the manner of appointment of the first director. If the manner of appointment or the name of the first director is not mentioned in the articles, then means if the articles is silent, then we will follow regulation 60 table F. Is it clear? Now what does this regulation 60 table F says? This regulation 60 table F says that majority of all subscribers will decide the first director. Means suppose first subscribers means what? With the once the company has been opened. Suppose there are 5 subscribers, means 5 subscribers have started the company. They have subscribed the shares of the company. Now majority of 5 subscriber will decide the first director. Now what is majority? Half of, just do half of 4 is what? 2 plus 1. Means just divide this by 2 and add 1. Means if 3, majority means if 3 subscriber votes for A, means A will be the first director. That is majority. If it's 6, divide by 2. 2 3 is 6, 3 plus 1 4. Majority. If it's 7, nearly which goes 2. 2 3 is 6, 3 plus 1 4. This is majority. Is it clear? This is majority. This means major. Means out of 5, if 3 subscribers have voted for A, A will be the first director. So this is said by regulation 60 table F. If article mentions the name or the manner of appointment, then it will be the first director will be appointed as per the article. But if article is silent, then we will go for regulation 60 table F, which says what? Majority of all subscribers will decide the first director. Now suppose there becomes a deadlock. Suppose there becomes a deadlock. Means it is not possible for the subscriber to decide who will be the first director. There comes a deadlock. At that point of time, what will happen? All individual subscribers shall deem to be the first director. All individual subscribers shall deem to be the first director. Third, if deadlock means difficult to decide who will be the first director, then what will happen? All individual subscribers shall be the first director. All individual subscriber. Now suppose there was 5, correct? 5. One was A, one was B, one was C, one was D. Another one was E Limited. Now can you tell me who will be the first directors if this happens, third case happens? You will say all 5, ma'am, all 5. I told all individual subscriber. E Limited is an individual. Is E Limited an individual? No, it's a company. Then we may leaving E Limited, all this ABCD, everyone will be the first director of the company. Is it clear? So what is the way of appointing first director? First we have to check articles. If article specifies the name or the manner of appointment, fine, okay, we will follow that. But if article is silent, then we will follow regulation 60 table F. Correct? What does regulation 60 table F says? That majority of all the directors, majority of all the subscribers will decide the first director. Now if a majority cannot decide the first director, majority, I have told you how to calculate majority. Now if majority cannot decide the first director, if majority fails to decide the first director, if there is a deadlock situation, then what? All individual first subscribers shall deem to be the first directors until and unless the first directors gets appointed properly in a meeting. Correct? All individual. So this is first director. Okay? Now 2/3 of the total director, 2/3 of the total director shall be rotational director. Now comes the concept of rotational. 2/3 of the total director shall be what? Rotational director. Applicable on public company. Applicable on this rotational director on public company. Now 2/3 of the total number of director should be rotational director, applicable on public company. Is it clear? And out of this 2/3 rotational, 1/3 of the rotational director will retire in every AGM. 2/3 of total directors will be rotational. Any fraction rounded off to 1, any fraction rounded off to 1, and 1/3 of rotational director will retire in every AGM starting from the very first AGM. So out of the total director, how much director will be rotational? At least 2/3 will be rotational. Any fraction rounded off to 1, and out of this rotational, 1/3 will retire. In every AGM, 1/3 will retire starting from the very first AGM. So suppose total director is 10. So 2/3 will be rotational. Correct? It will come to some 6.67, I guess. Yes. 6.67. Any fraction rounded off to 1 means what? Then rotational director, rotational, any fraction rounded off to 1 means 7 director will be rotational. And how many director will retire? 1/3 of rotational. 1/3 of rotational. It will come to 2.33 something, means 2. Here 2. Why? Because here it is not written that any fraction rounded off to 1. So 2/3 of the total number of director will be rotational. Any fraction rounded off to 1. I think my students know this now. What is this? Any fraction rounded off to 1. And 1/3 of the rotational director will retire. But here there is not attached that any fraction rounded off to 1. So in this case, if it's 2.33, we will consider it as 2. But here it was 6.67, it will be 7 because any fraction rounded off to 1. Those who have not attended my previous classes will not understand this concept. Okay, so this is the concept of rotational director. And small shareholder director is not a part of rotational director because they are appointed only for 3 years. Now if I consider them as rotational, then it might so happen that they have to retire in the first AGM only. So first small shareholder director is not a part of rotational director. Is it clear? So 2/3 of the total number of director must be rotational, out of which 1/3 will retire in every AGM starting from the very first AGM. Now how this retirement will take place? Suppose 1/3 means 2 directors will retire in the AGM. Now who will retire first out of this 2/3 director? The one who joined office at the first, before, means it retirement will be by means of FIFO method, in first in first out. Who first joined the office will first retire. But now students might ask me, ma'am, then if suppose two director was appointed on the same day, then how will they retire? If they were appointed on the same day, either it will be mentioned in their agreement that either suppose A and B was appointed on the same day, and it's written in agreement that A will retire first when retirement will come. But if nothing such is mentioned in the agreement, then lottery will take place. And whoever is selected will retire. There will be a lottery. They will retire by lots. So how retirement will take place? Retirement 3 ways. FIFO means who joined office first will retire first. If that not possible, if two directors are appointed in the same day, then we will check the agreement. If nothing is mentioned in the agreement, then by lots, means by lottery, retirement will take place. So how many rotational directors? At least 2/3 of the total number of directors must be rotational, any fraction rounded up to 1, and 1/3 of the rotational director must retire in every AGM starting from the very first AGM of the company. Is it clear? How will retirement take place? FIFO means first out. That is just, you don't write FIFO. It means whoever have joined office first will retire first. Or if both have joined office on the same day, by agreement. If no agreement exists, then by lots, lottery. Is it clear? Okay, now suppose director got retired in the AGM. Now that vacancy is to be filled up in that AGM. If that vacancy doesn't get filled up in that AGM and the meeting have not resolved that not to fill up the vacancy, means what? Director retire করে গেল AGM এ, কিন্তু ওই ভ্যাকেন্ট জায়গাটাকে তো ফিল আপ করতে হবে, কিন্তু ওই মিটিংয়ে ফিল আপ হলো না। এমনকি ওই মিটিংয়ে সেটাও ডিসাইড হয়নি যে ওই ভ্যাকেন্সি আর ফিল করবো না, এরকমও কোনো ডিসিশন নিইনি যে ফিল করবো না। তাহলে মিটিং উইল স্ট্যান্ড adjourned to the same day, same place, same time, but next week. ঠিক আছে? অ্যান্ড ইফ নেক্সট উইক ইজ এ ন্যাশনাল হলিডে, তাহলে পরের দিনে সাবসিকুয়েন্ট ডেতে। মানে কি, মিটিংয়ে আমার যেই মিটিংয়ে ভ্যাকেন্ট হচ্ছে সেই মিটিংয়ে তো আমাকে ওই যে ভ্যাকেন্ট জায়গাটা ফুলফিল করতে হবে ডাইরেক্টরের, যারা রিটায়ার করে যাচ্ছে। বাট সেই মিটিংয়ে হয়তো আমি রিটায়ার্ড ডাইরেক্টরের প্লেসটা আমি কি করতে পারলাম না, আমি ফিল আপ করতে পারলাম না। কিন্তু মিটিংয়েও এটাও ডিসকাস হয়নি যে ওই জায়গাটা ফিল আপ হবে না কোনো দিন। তাহলে মিটিংটা কী হবে? অ্যাডজার্ন্ড হয়ে যাবে, সেম ডে, সেম প্লেস, সেম টাইম, বাট কবে? নেক্সট উইকে। আর সেই দিনটা যদি ন্যাশনাল হলিডে বাই চান্স পড়ে, তাহলে আমি সাবসিকুয়েন্ট ডেতে ওই মিটিংটা করে ভ্যাকেন্সিটা ফিল আপ করবো। এবার ভ্যাকেন্সি কীভাবে ফিল আপ করবো? যদি কোনো নতুন ডাইরেক্টর অ্যাপয়েন্ট না হয় এই ভ্যাকেন্ট প্লেসে, তাহলে যেই ডাইরেক্টরটা রিটায়ার করেছে সেই অটোমেটিক্যালি রিঅ্যাপয়েন্ট হয়ে যাবে। যদি কোনো ভ্যাকেন্সি ফিল আপ না হয়, তাহলে যেই ডাইরেক্টরটা রিটায়ার করেছে, দ্যাট ডাইরেক্টর উইল অটোমেটিক্যালি গেট রিঅ্যাপয়েন্টেড। ইফ দ্য ভ্যাকেন্সি ডাজন্ট গেট filled up in the next adjourned meeting, then the director who got retired will get automatically reappointed. But in 3 cases, the retired director will not get reappointed. কিন্তু 3টে কেসে রিটায়ার্ড ডাইরেক্টরকে আবার রিঅ্যাপয়েন্ট করা সম্ভব নয়। এই 3টে কেস কি? যদি রিটায়ার্ড ডাইরেক্টর নিজের আনউইলিংনেস শো করে, if the retired director shows his unwillingness to get reappointed, means the director do not want to get appointed in the company, then we cannot force a person. If the directors gets disqualified, means the directors, to become a director certain qualifications are required, but if the director gets disqualified, lacks certain qualification, then we cannot appoint such person as director. And if voting take place and the director loses, means if the director নিজেই যেছে বলছে আমাকে দিয়ে ভোট করাও, আমার নামে ভোট করাও, তাহলে if people agrees, then I will get appointed, নিজে যেছেই বলছে। এবার ভোট করে দেখা গেল সেই ডাইরেক্টরকে কেউ চায় না, তাহলে হবে না। রেজলিউশন পুট অ্যান্ড লস্ট। সো বেটার তুমি চুপ থাকো। তুমি যদি আবার রিঅ্যাপয়েন্ট হতে চাও আর ভ্যাকেন্সি ফিল করার জায়গাতে কেউ আসছে না, তাহলে তুমি তো অটোমেটিক্যালি রিঅ্যাপয়েন্ট হয়ে যাবে। তুমি ওসব না ভেবে ভয় পেয়ে গেলে যে আই হ্যাভ গট রিটায়ার্ড, বেটার আমি রেজলিউশন পুট করাই, মানে আমার নামে ভোট করাই। এবার ভোট করাতে গিয়ে দেখলাম আমি অলরেডি লস্ট, কেউ আমাকে ডাইরেক্টর হিসেবে চাই না, তাহলে কী হলো? লস হয়ে গেল। বাট ইফ আই ওয়াজ কোয়াইট, তাহলে কী হতো? there was no one to replace me and I would have got automatically reappointed. So this is what this is about the retired director. So retired director will get automatically reappointed in the adjourned meeting if there is no one to fill the vacancy. But if the retired director's resolution was put, মানে ওর নামে আমরা voting করালাম and he gets lost, means he doesn't get the adequate amount of votes, then he cannot get he cannot be appointed again. আর যদি he is unwilling to get appointed, তাহলে তো ছেড়ে দে, মানে নিজেই চায় না আর অ্যাপয়েন্ট হতে, and if he is disqualified by law, then we cannot reappoint. Otherwise, in the adjourned meeting, retired director will automatically get reappointed if the vacancy could not be filled up. Is it clear? So first director details, rotational কাকে বলে, কতগুলো rotational হওয়া উচিত, কতগুলো রিটায়ার করবে তার মধ্যে, all clear? This is section 152. Okay, so thank you class. We'll continue with the other sections in the next class.